coming soon. Come watch the rabbit, let's watch the rabbit, bringing entertainment to me and you. Come watch the rabbit, let's watch the rabbit, it's not hard to do. Get ready because the stream is starting now.
How's it going? Hi, people. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another JRabbit87 stream. I'm your host, JRabbit87, and I hope everybody is having a wonderful day today. And I hope you guys are ready for some more wrestling action, as it is time for our next episode of the Rabbit Wrestling Federation. We do have 10 action-packed matches, and we have a very extra special announcement at the end of stream. So stick around for that. But of course, that is at the end of stream, and it's going to be after we do all of our commands. So you're going to have to stick around to the very end. With that, let's go ahead and get into our commands so that way we can get into tonight's card. As always, we are sponsored by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He has blessed both me and my wife extremely greatly. We want to make sure that we return His blessings by giving Him all the honor, glory, credit, and praise that He rightfully deserves. We also want to say a huge thank you. Thank you to everybody that joins me today. It means so much to me that you guys take time out of your busy days to come and hang out with me. Of course, a huge thank you also goes to our supporters, who I will name individually at the end of stream. Mary Kay. If you have not got your Mary Kay yet, feel free to grab that link right there and browse all the wonderful products that Mary Kay has in store for you. If you have any questions, my wife is a Mary Kay consultant. Don't be afraid to hit her up with your questions, and she will answer them to the best of her abilities. Discord. We have one of those. If you have not joined our Discord and you would like to, feel free to grab that link right there and come join us. We've got tons of chat rooms. That's where important announcements are announced, decisions are decided, wrestling results are resulted, chats are chatted, and we just love to have you there. Another place that we'd love to have you is over on YouTube. If you'd like to check out some of our past live streams or highlight videos, feel free to grab that link and join us over in the land of YouTube. Since it's all free and another way to help support, I do ask that you give the channel a subscribe. You hit that bell icon to keep yourself notified. Give it a like, give it a comment. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. If you just want to see our highlight videos, we can find those over on X. By searching JRabbit87 or by using that link right there. Again, I ask for follows, likes, and comments. If you also want to follow us on X, you can do that by searching JRabbit87 or by using that link. It's another place for me to let people know what I'm streaming and when I'm streaming. Last but not least are ways that you can help support the stream at this very moment if you would like to do so. Always keep in mind that nothing is ever required, but everything is very much appreciated. With that, more information on how you can help the stream is in the chat. With that, as always, we have 10 action-packed matches for you guys. Let me set up my thing just in case one of y'all comment. So, if you were with us last week, Dude Love became the number one contender for the United States Championship. And in very rare Mick Foley fashion, he has actually laid it out to Carl Anderson. He's laid out a very specific challenge, and Carl Anderson, the current United States champion, has agreed. So that Carl Anderson will face all three faces of Foley. And that starts tonight when in our opening contest as Carl Anderson goes one-on-one with Cactus Jack. With that, I shall let my phone lurk while I sleep. Have a good night, everyone. Good night, baby. Yes, Cactus Jack, probably the most the most barbaric, the hardcore legend, the definitely the most hardcore of the three faces of Foley, starts off. Win or lose, Carl Anderson will face Dude Love, the third, at our next event, Elimination Chamber, which does mean that next week he will face Mankind. Tonight, though, he's got to worry about Cactus Jack. After that, the Terrors, Dr. Naha and Dr. Corvus, will take on the debut of a brand new tag team that call themselves the Rough Riders. So we will get to see what they are all about in our second match. Immediately following that, the number one contender for the Women's Championship, Lita, will team up with her best friend Trish Stratus, aka the Trailblazers, to take on the current Women's European Champion, and Chelsea Green, her best friend. Now, to make things even more interesting, is both Trish Stratus and Chelsea Green will be inside the Elimination Chamber match. So, I guess this is another chance for them to get their hands on each other. After that, we have the debut of Timothy versus the debut of the Saint. We saw their tag team partners in one-on-one action last week, so this week we will get them one-on-one. Immediately after that, after Sami Zayn defeated Solo Sikoa, the rest of the bloodline has not taken to this very kindly, and Jimmy Uso has actually challenged Sami Zayn's best friend Kevin Owens to a one-on-one match. So that match will be fifth. Immediately after that, we go into the War of Momentum over the Women's Tag Team Championships as Cindy of the Rockers takes on Cora Jade of the Misfits. Immediately after that, we go into the War of Momentum over the Men's Tag Team Championships, and even though The Undertaker and Kane lost the championship match, Undertaker, our current acting president, has made himself and Kane the number one contenders, and we will start the War Momentum with Kane versus Omos. Immediately after that, Fanny will take on Michin, and then in our semi-main event of the evening, the Honky Tonk Man, The Undertaker, has put the Honky Tonk Man in a 3-on-1 handicap match. Now he has not said who is going to be facing the Honky Tonk Man, only that it is part of the darkness. That's all we've been given, is it's going to be part of the darkness. And then finally in our main event will be The Undertaker versus MVP. With that, as I said earlier, we are going to kick things off with Cactus Jack versus Carl Anderson, and that match is coming up next. Gotta do that first. And here he comes, man. He fresh off of a victory over who is it? Jey Uso? Yes, main event Jey Uso. He'll defend his title for the first time at Elimination Chamber when he goes up against Dude Love. Next week he'll face off against Mankind, and tonight he faces off against the original face of Foley. Well, I guess some would say the second face, as Dude Love with many aspects was the original face. But the most vile of them all, the most sadistic of them all, Cactus Jack. Cactus Jack in firm control. And no, with a miss of the knee, Carl Anderson tries to get back into this. Nice reversal by Carl Anderson there. Cactus Jack in firm control. And of course, just as I say that, Carl Anderson gets back into this match, throwing Cactus Jack to the outside of the ring. I don't know if Carl Anderson wants to go to the outside. Not with Cactus Jack. Dude Love, of course, surprising everybody when he was able to win the 8-man over-the-top rope battle royal, featuring the every former United States champion. And a lot of people had thought that Eddie Guerrero would win, and he almost did, as it came down to Dude Love and Eddie Guerrero. There's that single leg drop kick. Anderson going for the cover. And a kick out of 2. Oh, and now just vicious rights there by Foley. Oh, mandible claw. And somehow Anderson able to kick out. I love that Mick is basically using the Freebird rule with his #1 contendership when it comes to using the faces of Foley for matches. Right? Foley is so unorthodox. He actually put this challenge to Carl Anderson, saying if he wants to fight the dude, he needs to get past Cactus and the Mankind. Meanwhile, this could all just be some sort of master strategy. Wear down Carl Anderson before a big title match. Ooh, big spine buster into a cover. And a kick out of 2. Anderson setting up for something big. Oh, massive cutter. Into a cover. Oh, and somehow Foley kicks out. The tenacity of Mick Foley. Foley, of course, known for dishing out punishment, almost as much punishment on himself as he dishes out on his competitors. We finally get things back into the ring. Anderson hitting it again. Version of the TKO. And there it is.
Here is your winner, Carl Anderson.
Not a good start for the hardcore legend. But again, I gotta wonder if there is more to Foley's plan than just making him fight his alter egos. I truly think that there's got to be something more. What a surprising result to a surprisingly quick match. You got that right. Well, next up is some tag team action. We have our local doctors, Dr. Corvus and Dr. Naha. Together they make the Terrors. They have not had very much success here in RWF, but despite that, they will be in tag team action again. This time they are facing the debut of a couple of cowboys from down west. They call themselves the Rough Riders. That's about all we know about them. So let's find out more about this team as that match is coming up next. Let's go. And here they come, the Terrors, looking to get their first big victory here. And RWF.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 488 pounds, the Rough Riders.
And here they come, Cowboy Cottonmouth and Cowboy Coyote, the Rough Riders. The only thing we really know about these guys is they come from the Wild West, according to them. Looks like it'll be Cowboy Cottonmouth and Dr. Naha starting things off. And immediately, the Cottonmouth showing his skills here. There's a tag to Coyote, who immediately shows off his power. Snake versus snake. On again, the power on full display here. Right there in front of his tag team partner too. But Dr. Naha able to get in a good shot there. And Dr. Naha just gets tossed around. And now a little bit of cheating using that rope there. Oh. Into a cover. Only a 1 count. Tag out to Dr. Corvus. Ooh, running Bulldog. And, oh man. Cowboy Coyote is busted open. There's a tag back out to Dr. Naha. The tag out to Cottonmouth. Dr. Naha, I think, was going for a weapon, but decided against it. Dr. Corvus working over the legs of Cowboy Cottonmouth. Ooh, big power there by Corvus. And now Corvus headed to the outside, but decided against it. Allowing Cottonmouth to get the upper hand. Big leg drop there by Cottonmouth. And now Cottonmouth setting up. Oh, and he missed. Corvus now. Oh, he's got him in the containment breach. Corvus decided to not go for a pinfall there. Gets reversed. Running Bulldog by Cottonmouth. Double tag. Coyote and Naha coming in now. Big clothesline by Coyote. There's a tag. Oh. Ooh. Big boot into a sidewalk slam. And now it's Cottonmouth's turn. And he's got the Slim Jim. Also, I want to remind everybody that there will be a big announcement at the end of stream after Mess with the Cobra, you get the Slim Jim. A reminder that there will be a very big announcement at the end of stream after all of the commands have been done. So you will all want to stick around for that. Cottonmouth and Naha going back at it. Naha going for, ooh, a little bit of venom of his own there. Suplex and cover. Tag out to Dr. Corvus. But now Cottonmouth turning his attention away, but that didn't hit it. But he was able to hit a move, the six shooter. Corvus kicks out at 2. Cowboy Cottonmouth calls his finishing move the six shooter, and that's what he just hit Corvus with. Coyote, the legal man, along with Dr. Corvus. There's a running boot. Big clothesline by Dr. Corvus. Rake in the back now. Ooh, shot to the head. Big Death Valley driver there by Corvus. Now Coyote goes to tag out to Cottonmouth. Oh, big power there by Corvus. Tag out to Dr. Naha. Little double team action. Oh, the Cure. Or whatever we end up. We need to come up with a name for that. That's our tag team finishing move, by the way. The Gunslinger. His other finishing move, but he does not get the pinfall. Perhaps looking for another Gunslinger. No, he's going for the other finishing move. I forgot he has 3. And that is it. Maybe Doctor's Orders or Terrorizer. And yet, an unfortunate end. Once again, the Terrors in losing fashion. Man, the Terrors need to stop being so kind to letting the other teams win. Yeah, I hear that. So next up, we have another tag team match for you. The Trailblazers, Lita and Trish Stratus, will take on the team of Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. The interesting things about this match is, of course, Lita is the #1 contender to Piper Niven's women's for Piper Niven's women's championship. And Piper Niven will defend that title at Elimination Chamber in a one-on-one match against Lita. Meanwhile, both Trish Stratus, who is a former women's European champion, and Chelsea Green, who is taking Piper Niven's spot, they will both be in the Elimination Chamber match challenging for the Women's European Championship. So, yeah, a bunch of interesting stories there. This tag team match is coming up next. here they come, the Trailblazers, the very first ever RWF Women's Tag Team Champions. Lita, a former women's champion. Trish Stratus, a former women's European champion. And here they come. Interesting to note that last week we had a 6-woman over-the-top rope battle royal featuring all the participants that'll be inside the Elimination Chamber for where Sunshine will defend the Women's European Championship. And that match was won by none other than Chelsea Green. It should also be noted, the only reason Chelsea is even in that match is because Piper Niven is a former Women's European Champion in her own right, but since she's defending the Women's Championship, she literally gave her spot to her best friend, Chelsea Green. Interesting here. Looks like it's going to be Trish Stratus and Piper Niven starting things off. Niven already in firm control of this match. Of course, Chelsea Green and Trish Stratus will, of course, join the likes of Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler, Bayley, and the current Women's European Champion, Sunshine, in that Elimination Chamber match. We also have been told that it will not be like it was last year. There will be no way of knowing who is going to enter when. We do know the champion will be one of the first two to start the match, but the others, we do not know when they will. It'll be all random. Kendo stick in fair usage here. Vicious as Trish Stratus takes control of this match. We're going for a DDT, but Piper Niven able to power out. Now Niven looking for, and she's got the Slim Jim. There's a tag out to Lita, who of course face Piper Niven at Elimination Chamber for the Women's Championship. If she was able to win that, she of course would then become a two-time RWF Women's Champion. Tag out to Chelsea Green. Massive clothesline there by Lita. Ooh, Rough Rider. Shades of her husband. If you know, you know. Tag out to Piper Niven. Air Niven. I don't know if that's what they actually call that, but oh, there's the Piper drive. Yes, Piper driver into a cover. And Trish Stratus breaks up the pin. Woo, 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 I know it. Niven, the strength of Piper Niven. The tag out to Chelsea Green, who gets whapped with a clothesline by Trish Stratus. Hey Nick, it's your wife versus one of the people your wife really hates. Oh, running bulldog by Stratus into the cover. On a kick out of 2. Go my wife. And Stratus looking for a chick kick. She hits it and there's the knockout. Trailblazers getting a big win here. Looks like I inspired T to win. Yeah, maybe you just did. Trailblazers getting a big win here tonight over the women's champion and Chelsea Green. Oh, coming up next, we have, as I remind myself here, yes, we have another debut of sorts. Last week we saw Paul of the Disciples take on Father Payne of the Ministry. Well, this week we are getting their tag team partners in one-on-one action. Yes, that's right. Coming up next, it is the debut of Timothy versus, well, the debut of the Saint. Coming up next. Sorry to interrupt your jam session there.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Ministry from the Vatican City, weighing in at 280 pounds, the Saint.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy. Hides my dollars.
Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Welcome in, T. Even though she is in bed, I will go ahead and give you the hi, T, from my hashtag wonderful wife. Thank you. You're welcome. The Saint making his debut here, looking to do the same as his tag team partner Father Payne did last week and get a victory.
And his opponent, representing the Disciples from Sweetwater, Texas, weighing in at 255 pounds, Timothy.
And here comes Timothy. Representing the Disciples. Since T is here, I'm going to once again remind everybody that we have a very big announcement that is going to be made at the end of stream. Now, the announcement is not going to be made until after all of the ending commands have been done. But trust me when I say it is an announcement that you guys are going to want to be here for. Oh boy. Oh boy, indeed. Timothy in firm control, trying to get a little bit of revenge for his tag team partner here tonight. And I have it on good authority that next week we will get the official tag team debuts of these guys. That's right, next week it will be the Disciples versus the Ministry. The Saint getting back in control here. Hits a spear. Ooh, reversal after reversal. Now these two, they do not like each other. The Saint is, of course, the deacon of Father Payne's literal ministry. Father Payne, of course, his whole philosophy is in order to get to heaven, you must go through him by putting a dollar in his boxa. And of course, the Saint is his muscle who protects the boxa. Uh-oh, the Saint going for his finishing move, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. He does hit it. And only a 2 count. Of course, Timothy and Paul believe that they are false prophets, that is not how you get into heaven. So they are their true disciples and have made it their mission to put a stop to the evil ministry. Uh-oh. Setting up, perhaps, yes, he hits the massive spear into a cover. And Timothy digging down deep and able to kick out a 2. Oh no, going for the Valentine's Day Massacre again, but no. Timothy avoids it this time. It's a flapjack. And now Timothy going for the scripture, but unable to get it out. Massive clothesline there by the Saint. Uh-oh, he's setting it up. He's going for another Valentine's Day Massacre. He hits it. The scripture, I like that move name. And again, a kick out at 2. Massive power by the Saint. Oh, sleeper hold here. But the Saint able to battle out of it. Timothy trying for it again. He hits it. Now, can he just make the cover? Perhaps hopefully he didn't waste too much time there. And unfortunately, it was just enough to where Saint was able to get his shoulder up. Massive suplex as these two fight on the outside of the ring. The Saint back in control. Oh, what a shot. Welcome in, Danny. The Saint in firm control. Dragon screw. Oh, now Saint trying to make Timothy tap out. And there it is.
Here is your winner, the Saints.
Another win by this dastardly duo that call themselves the Ministry. We will see if they can hold form next week in tag team action. Ask him. Ask him. Well, next up, we have another interesting situation. So if you've been with us, you know that Sami Zayn was tricked by Solo Sikoa to rejoin the bloodline to take care of Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty. Immediately after that, Solo threw Sami Zayn to the curb. This resulted in a one-on-one match where Sami did indeed get the victory. But since then, all over social media, the bloodline has been running down Sami and his friends. They have not been taking that loss very, very good at all. And that has resulted in our next match. Jimmy Uso of the bloodline has challenged Kevin Owens to a one-on-one match. And that match is coming up next. The headset, hold on. I guess we ended up getting rid of the, I guess we got rid of the box. Let me see if I can find if it says somewhere on it. It's a razor. I got it at Best Buy for like, I think $40, something like that. It's a good little thing. Like, I love it. All right, back to the show.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Bloodline. From San Francisco, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, Jimmy Uso.
Here he comes, Jimmy Uso. He has challenged Sami Zayn's best friend, Kevin Owens. All because Sami Zayn got a victory over Solo Sikoa after Solo strung Sami along to get a victory over Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty. never one to back down from a fight. Here comes Kevin Owens. And I think Jimmy needs to remember this. Not only is Kevin Owens a former RWF Men's Tag Team Champion, but he's also a former RWF Heavyweight Champion. In fact, I believe he was the very first RWF Heavyweight Champion. I'm actually going to have to do a little bit of digging and see if I'm right on that. Yes, he was. He was the very first ever RWF Heavyweight Champion. Winning, I believe it was a tournament, an 8-man tournament to win that belt. Kevin Owens trying to make quick work of Jimmy. This literal blood feud that has come this way because of what Solo did to Sammy. Kevin Owens back in command. Just like that, Jimmy Uso able to, well, he was almost in control. Massive kick there. Kevin Owens not pulling any punches here tonight. Looking for a cover. That kick out at 2. Massive splash. I don't think Jimmy was expecting this much of a fight from Kevin. Stunner! Owens hits the stunner. And just like that, it's over. Another quick one.
Here is your winner,
Kevin Owens was not playing around tonight, making quick work of Jimmy Uso. The Bloodline might want to quit messing with Sammy and his crew. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Well, next up we start off the Women's War of Momentum. Okay, let me try that again. We start off the War of Momentum over the Women's Tag Team titles. Of course, the Rockers, Cindy and Fanny, are the number 1 contenders, and they will be facing off against the Misfits, Cora Jade and Michin. This all starts with our match next up. It is Cindy versus Cora Jade. It is called. They're Razor. I'm not sure. I thought I had the box still, but I guess we threw it away. I got them at Best Buy.
Representing the Misfits from Chicago, Illinois, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, Cora Jade.
And here she comes, Cora Jade. Her and Michin able to take the titles off of the Hit Squad. They will have their first title defense at our next big event, Elimination Chamber. Defending the titles against Fanny and Cindy. And of course, if you are new here, Fanny and Cindy are of course two of four, or actually more than just that, but they are four of a group called the Rockers, who have based their personas off of the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach glam rock animatronics. Cindy, of course, is representation of Chica the Chicken. Okay, sorry about that. Was trying to actually get that information for Danny. Cora Jade looking for a victory here. Only able to get a 2. Back and forth action between these two ladies. Also, Danny. Hey, just a moment, everyone. Okay, sorry about that. Huh. Oh, sliced bread by Cora Jade. Double arm DDT. Looking for a cover. Oh, the kick out at 2. Poor Jay looking for a dive to the outside. She does hit it. These two battling. I remember what's at stake here. Whichever team is able to get, whichever team is able to win the war momentum, they have the power, if they want to choose a stipulation for the tag team title match at Elimination Chamber. That doesn't mean that they have to choose a stipulation, but that does give them the opportunity to do so. Oh, another double arm DDT by Cora Jade into a cover. And that's it.
Here is your winner, Cora Jade.
Cora Jade picking up a big victory here tonight. And perhaps putting the Rockers on notification as she gets the first point in the war of momentum for her team. Can't say our champions aren't deserving. That's true. Well, now we have another interesting situation. As you all know, the RWF commissioner, Tony Marcus Jones, or president, the RWF president, Tony Marcus Jones, has not been seen since he was placed inside of a casket by The Undertaker. Since then, Undertaker has taken his place as president and has made some very just made some very questionable decisions. The first of which happened last week when he put himself and Kane into a tag team championship match against the Hurt Business. Now, they did lose. We thought maybe we were going to get new number one contenders tonight, and well, we do indeed get new number one contenders, but it turns out Undertaker has just given himself and Kane the number one contender spots. So, with that, we're still going to get a war of momentum, and that starts next with Kane versus Omos. Excuse me. Kane versus Omos. Kane, who will not defend that title until Rabit Mania because of what The Undertaker has done.
And his opponent, representing the Hurt Business from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 400 pounds, one half of the men's tag team champions, the Nigerian Giant, Omos!
Here he comes, one half of the men's tag team champions. This will, of course, determine the first point in the war of momentum over the men's tag team titles, even though the Hurt Business already has a victory over the Brothers of Destruction. I see Kane still being possessed by his brother, The Undertaker, being forced to wear his original outfit he did way back in the day. As these two giants collide here. Omos taking control. If anyone can manhandle the Big Red Machine, you gotta know it's gotta be the Nigerian Giant. Kane almost. I thought for a second there he was just gonna let the count out happen. And Kane with a bear hug. And almost immediately able to get out of it. Taking the Big Red Monster down. This is totally a match I could see WWE doing in the early 2000s/2010s. Yes, I could see that too. Of course, let us all try to forget that what was Kane versus Kane. You know, the bad thing is I was a fan of the Kane versus Kane storyline when it first happened. But then it's like years have passed and I look back on it and I'm like, yeah, that wasn't the best thing in the world. Fair. I did like it too, especially in the moment. Yeah. And heck, Undertaker versus Undertaker was one of the first matches I actually ever watched. Because before I started actually watching wrestling, I had gotten a bunch of VHS tapes, and that particular SummerSlam was one of the VHS tapes. Festus has had quite the career with many different personas. Yeah, you're not wrong. Big Omos showing his power. I feel like the fake taker never really found success outside that, though. You're right, he didn't. I know he's had a couple other stints in WWE, but he didn't have really any success. Reversal by Kane. But took a little bit too much time getting back into the ring. Almost going for a cover. That kick out at 1. Big clothesline by the Big Red Machine. And another big clothesline. Oh, sidewalk slam. Into a cover. And a kick out at 2. Oh, tombstone pile driver. Wait a moment. That's MVP's music and entrance video. I don't see him anywhere though. Oh, and almost takes advantage. Massive choke bomb into a cover, 1 foot. And Kane's able to kick out. But almost going for another one. And again, just 1 foot over the chest. And he got it. Thanks to the distraction by MVP.
Here is your winner, the Nigerian Giant,
Well, pardon my pun, but that was an absolutely big victory over the Big Red Machine. Well, next up, we get back to the women's war momentum. Coming up next, it's Fanny versus Michin. Well, talk about dominance. I keep saying it, but the Hurt Business truly seems to be unstoppable. You're not wrong.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring, representing the Rockers from Recluse, Wyoming, Fanny the Bear!
Here she comes, Fanny the Bear. looking to rock her way into a win.
Was that the bite of 87?
And representing the Misfits from Fontana, California, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, Michin.
There she comes. She's going to be looking to do what her tag team partner did and get the win to give them a solid 2-0 lead. This match is underway. Fanny the Bears starting off. Ooh, massive kick there. Back and forth action by these ladies. Each one has something big to prove here tonight because they get the points in the war of momentum. Ooh, off the top rope to the outside. See her fighting on the outside. Massive kick there by Michin. Taking it back into the ring. Michin in firm control of this match. And Fanny finally able to get some offense in here. Fanny, of course, just like Chica, she is based off of the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach Glamrock animatronics. Hers is obviously a Freddy Fazbear. There are other members of their stable also include a woman who bases the woman Roxanne Wolf, who bases hers off the Glamrock animatronic by the same name, and Montana, who bases hers off of the animatronic Montgomery Gator. or Monty Gator. Oh, and Michin got the guillotine in. Guillotine choke, but Fanny able to power out of it. Bear hug by Fanny, but no tap out. Springboard tornado DDT by Michin into the cover. And a kick out at 2. Bear hug spine buster into the cover. And that's it.
Here is your winner, Fanny the Bear!
Tying things up, making it 1v1. Yay! Well, this night has gone by. This night has gone by super fast. I'm honestly really surprised it has gone by as fast as it has. We are on our semi-main event of the evening. The current president of RWF has decided to put the Honky Tonk Man, who will defend the RWF Intercontinental Championship, inside of the Elimination Chamber match. He's decided to give him even more of a test. Of course, Undertaker has let Honky Tonk Man out of his possession, but that has not stopped Undertaker from punishing Honky Tonk Man for winning the Rabbit Rumble. And yes, that means that coming up next, it is a 3-on-1 handicap match. Now, we do not know who Honky Tonk Man's opponents are going to be, but we're about to find out, because that match is coming up next. Here he comes, the current Intercontinental Champion, who kind of, because of The Undertaker and The Undertaker's possession, he kind of got this title, even though that's not really the title he wanted. Needless to say, he still says he's going to sing us the tune and show us why he's the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time.
And their opponent from Recluse, Wyoming, weighing in at 230 pounds, Dexter Loomis.
Well, this is interesting. One of the men that will be inside the Elimination Chamber, former Intercontinental Champion Dexter Loomis. Now we know the only information we've been given about the three participants is that is the word darkness. And I guess Dexter Loomis definitely has darkness around him. Of course, betting will begin as the last man is making his entrance, whoever that may be.
From Franklinville, New Jersey, weighing in at 249 pounds, Joe Gacy.
Another interesting choice here. Another man with some dark presence to him. Hello, pig. Very interesting. I wonder who the third man could possibly be. This is Joe Gacy has no connection to the Intercontinental Championship. Never won a title here in RWF, but I'm sure there's some connection that I'm just not getting. This music can't be good. The Fireflies are out. There he is. Yes, Uncle Howdy. Here he is. The Master of Darkness himself, Uncle Howdy. Former RWF Heavyweight Champion himself. One of the three members of the Faces of Fear. I don't know what this group, this three man, I don't know what they have in common. Perhaps one of you know. Perhaps one of you in the in the comments in the chat. Perhaps you know what the connection is between these three men. And of course, you know, I actually do know, but I still, for storyline reasons, I don't know. And this match starts. Dexter Lumis is in the match. Now this is like a normal RWF tag team match, meaning that there's no disqualifications, no rope breaks, no count outs, but there can only be one man inside the ring in his team. He must tag to get somebody else legal. The match can be won by pinfalls or submissions inside the ring, or knockouts anywhere else. And Honky Tonk Man's got his guitar. But before he could play a tune on Dexter Lumis's face, Dexter putting shots to him. Looking for a cover. Only a 2 count. Springboard drop kick by Dexter Lumis. Oh, into the corner. There's a tag out to Joe Gacy. A little tag team action here. Big kick by Gacy. Ooh, massive drop there. I don't know how Honky Tonk Man can even begin to try to fight off the forces that he's got here. I'm still trying to figure out the connection that these three men have with each other. Is this perhaps a new group that Uncle Howdy is forming here? These two battling here on the outside of the ring. Honky Tonk Man just trying to survive at this point. A massive kick by Gacy. Sending Honky Tonk into the corner. Honky Tonk Man trying to fight back. The snapmare into a fist drop. Oh, another big fist drop. Looking for a cover. Only a 1 count. Now Gacy with a chair. Honky Tonk Man with a guitar. Oh, and Honky Tonk Man strikes first, smashing the guitar over Gacy. A tag out to Dexter Loomis. A little shake, a little rattle, a little roll. Looking for a cover. And Gacy breaks up the pinfall. Honky Tonk Man taking his eyes off of Loomis. And that's a bad idea. You never want to take your eyes off of Dexter Loomis. Swanton bomb into a cover. How big would it be for Dexter Loomis, one of the men who meet Honky Tonk Man inside Elimination Chamber, to get a win here tonight over Honky Tonk Man? Oh! And there's the knockout via low blow. Honky Tonk Man saw an opportunity, and Dexter Loomis, man, I feel sorry for Dexter to be hit so hard in the nether regions to be knocked out. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that leads us to our main event of the evening. It is the second match in the War of Momentum over the Men's Tag Team Championships. It is our current residing self-proclaimed president. He may have won the match, but this victory may not go so well for him in the coming weeks. Excuse me. Coming up next is our main event. It's The Undertaker versus MVP. here he goes. The man who is fully given in to the dark side. He has used his supernatural powers to possess the president, Tony Marcus Jones, the Honky Tonk Man, and his brother Kane. Although he released the Honky Tonk Man, he threw Tony Marcus Jones into a casket, who has not been seen since, and he still holds control over his brother and has since proclaimed himself the new president of RWF.
And his opponent, representing the Hurt Business from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 259 pounds, one half of the men's tag team champions, Mattel Montavious Porter and VP.
There he is. The man who gave up a guaranteed title shot, but it has worked out in his favor as he is the current men's tag team champion. And they even have a victory over the Brothers of Destruction, successfully defending the tag team championships. And of course, he's looking to do what his partner did earlier, winning this match, which would bring the war momentum 2-0. Undertaker not wasting any time though, starting off with a big boot. MVP able to get back into things here. Back and forth action between these men. They both know what's at stake here. MVP getting a little bit of taste of what the Street Profits went through when the NWO invaded. The biggest difference was, unlike the Street Profits, the Hurt Business was able to successfully defend the Tag Team Championships. And of course, now that we know they will have to once again defend their tag team championships, this time against Brothers of Destruction at Elimination Chamber. Big choke slam, and there's Omos's music and entrance videos, much like we saw before, but I don't see Omos anywhere. Again, much like before. Oh, wait. Right there behind him. Big choke toss. Referee didn't see it. MVP struggling to come over to make a cover. And he's not able to get it as Taker gets back to his feet first. Taker's still dazed. MVP. Flip. Powerbomb? Kofi Kingston calls that the SOS. MVP. Well, him and Omos tried to repeat what happened earlier. And now going for a cover. And kick out at 2. Of course, earlier, MVP's music and Titantron entrance stuff did play, distracting Kane enough for Omos to hit 2 of his big choke bombs to get the victory. And now going for a big move. He missed. Taker going for the tombstone. He hits it. Arms are crossed. And somehow MVP kicks out at 2. Taker to the top rope. Going for a big elbow drop. He hits it straight into a cover. Only a 1 count though. Taker perhaps looking for another tombstone. He's got him up. Yes, he hits a second tombstone. There's the cover. Oh, and MVP still kicks out. 2.9. Taker was perhaps thinking about going old school there, but MVP starting to fight back. And now a little bit of showboating by MVP. This may cost him. But he's still able to hit Taker. And now MVP going for the ball and elbow. Into a cover. Only a 2 count. MVP setting up. Play of the day. Into the cover. And a kick out at 2. Undertaker able to get back into this match. Big boot, followed by a leg drop. Little showboating by Undertaker. Went for the dead man dive, but he missed it. MVP just punishing Undertaker now. Taker tossing MVP like a sack of potatoes. Taker setting up for perhaps a third tombstone power driver. He does hit it. Not able to get the full pin here, but that is a pin. And he ties things up.
Here is your winner, The Undertaker.
Well, that show went by extremely fast. It is 9:06 and we are done. Concludes our show for the evening. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed that. Even with this loss, MVP proved to be formidable. This was no easy win for Taker. That is very true. What a great show. I'm glad you liked it. With that, a reminder that we will not be live again until Thursday. We will be, of course, on Thursday. We will be live at 7 p.m. Central Time with our continued playthrough of DC Universe Online. Good night, good night, good night, but don't go anywhere just yet. Remember, I still have a very huge announcement, and I do mean big announcement, that everybody is going to want to be present for. But I want to make sure I get the commands done first. And of course, before we do commands, that's when I do want to, of course, make sure I let people know when I am streaming next, which, as I said, will be this Thursday with DC Universe Online. Now, let's go ahead and get into our commands so that way I can get into my big announcement, and then we will let you guys go with go for the evening. So, as always, we are sponsored by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He has blessed both me and my wife extremely greatly, and we want to make sure that we return his blessings by giving him all the honor, glory, credit, and praise that he rightfully deserves. We also want to say a huge thank you. Thank you to everybody that joins me today. It means so much to me. Whoa, hold up. Okay. um, Anyways, it means so much to me that you guys take time out of your busy days to come and hang out with me. Of course, a huge thank you also goes to our supporters, starting with my hashtag wonderful wife Firebird10, our amazing friends Nick, T, and Danny, our 6-month subscriber Dylan Taylor 4, the guys who bought me video games to play for y'all, Sean and Steve, and of course the digital artists responsible for our artwork over here, Z-Fire Incorporated. Thank you all so much for everything that you have done. Mary Kay. If you guys haven't ordered your Mary Kay, feel free to grab that link and view all the wonderful products that Mary Kay has in store for you. Guys, they have stuff for us as well, so don't be afraid to buy. And good night. But again, remember to stay until after the commands for a big announcement. Where was I? Oh yeah. If you guys have any questions about any of the products, my wife is a hashtag Mary Kay consultant. She'll be more than happy to answer any questions about any of the products that you guys have. Discord. We have one of those. If you have not joined our Discord and you would like to, feel free to grab that link right there and come join us over on Discord. We've got tons of chat rooms. That's where important discussions are discussed, decisions are decided, wrestling results are resulted, chats are chatted. We just love to have you there. Another place that we'd love to have you is over on YouTube. If you'd like to check out our past live streams or highlight videos, feel free to grab that link and join us over on YouTube. If you don't mind, since it is a way to help support and it's all free, I do ask that you give the channel a subscribe. You hit the bell icon to keep yourself notified. Give the video a like and a comment. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. If you just want to see highlight videos, well, you can find us over on TikTok, where we post just highlight videos. You can find us by searching JRabbit87 or by using that link right there. Again, I do ask, since it's all free, please give the channel a follow, give the videos a like and a comment. Comments are also good for the YouTube or TikTok algorithm. You can also find us over on X if you want to. It's just another place for me to help spread the word of JRabbit and tell people when I'm streaming, what I'm streaming. If you'd like to follow us there, you can find us again by searching JRabbit87 or by using that link right there. Last but not least are ways that you can help support the stream if you would like to do so. Always keep in mind that nothing is ever required, but everything is very much appreciated. With that, more information on how you can help the stream is in the chat. Now, for the big announcement, as I try to get things set up here. So me and my wife, we were trying to keep this particular secret or particular thing a secret because we wanted to surprise everybody. And I'm just going to kind of make sure that I can get this done right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the big announcement. Please give a big clap for WWE 2K25. That's right. You heard me right. You are seeing right. This is the home screen to the newest wrestling game. Which means that we have it. Okay. So the story here is taxes. When tax season came, me and my wife had a bunch of discussions about what all we wanted to do with the tax money. And it was decided to go ahead and get 2K25 to pre-order it, which we did. I have been playing it. And it is... there are a few frustrations I have with it, but yeah. So, what does this mean for RWF? Originally, I was going to wait until after Rabbit Mania to reveal that we have purchased and we own 2K25. But after seeing Danny and Nick talking about it, and I had to make a decision. Because, in all honesty, I would feel bad if somebody dropped me the money to buy 2K25 when I've already bought 2K25. And I don't want that scenario. I have too much of a honest... I'm just too honest to do that. I'm not trying to steal y'all's money. I'm not trying to do anything like that. So that is why I am not waiting to make the announcement. And this leads me to I have two options that I am leaving in your hands. And this is why I wanted everybody to wait until the end, because I want you guys to discuss this on Discord if you want to. Discuss this however you want to discuss this, and let me know, because you have until Elimination Chamber, which is, 2 weeks away? Yeah. We have two options. Actually, let me bring back up 2K25 because we already have, I've already made Biohazard, Fans Choice, Heat Wave, the RWF Arena, Stars and Stripes, the Beacon, and Toronto Throwdown. I have been a busy, busy man. Playing through My Rise, playing through Showcase, and creating. I have every belt made. I have every belt made. This night will be etched into Twitch history forever. I have all the RWF belts made. Everything for RWF is basically ready to go with a few exceptions. So this is why I'm going to leave a choice in your hands. We can either start using 2K25 after Elimination Chamber, which means starting next month, leading up to Rabbit Mania. Or we can do what was originally planned and wait until Rabbit Mania and then start using 2K25 in, what is it, January, February, March, April, May. In May. So in either April or May, we can. It is your choice. I'm going to tell you right now, I do not have any created characters made. And it will probably be a long time until I'm able to create any created characters. Just because of all the other stuff that I need to get done on the game. So when we switch over to 2K, whether that's, and waiting until May isn't going to help this. I'm just letting you guys know straight up out the bat. When we switch to 2K25, every single created character is going to be wiped from the roster until I'm able to get them remade. This means the same situation that we had with 2K24 in a way. If there are any created wrestlers that are holding a title belt, they will have to be stripped of the title belt, and that title will have to go to someone else. So that's kind of where I'm at, and there's also a few issues with that as well. Because it's not just created characters. There are other characters that are not on this game, or on the newer game, that are on 2K24 that are currently champions in 2K in RWF. Bobby Lashley and MVP. These are both guys who are not on 2K25 that are holding titles in RWF right now. Which means at Elimination Chamber, if they continue to hold on to their titles, then we're gonna. I've kind of talked with Amanda, and I've kind of have storylines for it, but we would still have to figure out how we're going to crown new champions. Now, part of me thinks it would be epic to do the storylines where we have new champions crowned at Rabbit Mania. Like guaranteed new champions crowned. Another part of me says that you wait until after Rabbit Mania, because just like in real life, that's Rabbit Mania is kind of like where after Rabbit Mania is where everything kind of resets in WWE anyways. Like after WrestleMania is where you kind of hit the reset and you kind of start building everything up again. So that is the decision I'm going to leave up to you guys. Do we start using 2K25 in April, or because what? Yeah, tomorrow. Wait, no. March. Yeah. Do we start in April or do we start in May? That is correct, right? Yeah. That is the decision. April or May. Um, I vote to wait till May. I will tell you one irk I have with it though. In showcase mode right now, I'm stuck on a match with 3 minute warning, and it is so hard to do. But I vote for May 2. Well, considering you guys are the only two in chat right now, as far as I know, I guess we'll do the original plan. And after Rabbit Mania in April, May, we will start on 2K25 and shake things up. um, but yeah, that has been our stream. Thank you all for joining me. I hope to see you on Thursday. As of tonight, I am JRabbit87, and I hope you all have a very good night.